Hello and welcome to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce, where we connect with Troy Chamber members as they give us a glimpse into their company and share some of the business lessons along the way. Hi everyone, I'm Tara Thompson-Cusack, President and CEO of the Troy Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here with our amazing co-host and Vice President of the Chamber, Sheila Denstead.
Hi everyone.
First, I'd like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. Stay tuned for our very first commercial break where you can learn how you can rely on Trion. So Sheila, we have a very fun guest. I'm geeking out a little bit, so this is like, one of those moments. So I'm going to pass it to you to give us a little introduction of who this guest is going to be today.
She represents a place I spent quite a bit of time in.
And money.
Early on. Oh, yeah, well, that too. Both places, actually. So we'll just leave that alone. Okay, sorry. Today we're meeting with Kate Millea, General Manager of the Somerset Collection. Kate is strategic sales and operations leader with 15 plus years experience managing teams across various leadership roles within the luxury retail industry. Proven ability to deliver results, create strategic action plans, meet stretch targets, and maintain high retention to top employees in competitive markets. Kate joined the Forbes company at Somerset Collection in 2022 as general manager after 16 years of retail management roles at one of my favoriteest places in the whole wide world, Tiffany Company. She was awarded the 2020 Tiffany Company Innovation Award, earned graduate gemology diploma from the Gemological Institute of America.
Work.
I had to do that.
She practiced.
Couldn't get it earlier.
She did.
And earned bachelor's degree in advertising, marketing, and business management from Northwood University. Welcome, Kate.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So see, now you know why we geek out at you. And also, I don't know if you can notice, but Sheila is completely decorated in Tiffany gear. So this is pretty normal. But with that being said, you were with Tiffany & Company for 16 years. Mm-hmm. That obviously is amazing in itself, but
thank you.
What attracted you and brought you to become the general manager of Somerset Collection?
Good question. You know, I believe in that if you hire a retail leader, you've hired a rock star, because I think that sometimes retail leaders get this persona of maybe just folding shirts or only opening and closing a store. And it's so much more than that. You know, we are responsible for leading and coaching teams, and we're responsible for facilities because the lights burn out and the toilet clogs, and we're responsible for visuals and making sure that the stores look beautiful. And retail leaders have a very diverse experience. And when I was approached for the opportunity, it was a lot of the same things. You know, we're responsible for making sure that Somerset looks beautiful. We're responsible for the facility. We're responsible for promoting and supporting the retailers to hit sales goals. And so the skills were similar. It just was on a much larger platform.
I was going to say, it's interesting, as you say, she was approached for the job. So obviously you were already being looked at. That just means that you're talented and skilled, and obviously it was recognized.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been very fortunate to work in multiple malls, but the Forbes company is just something special, and they really support the stores. So I just already had a relationship with the team, and it's been a beautiful transition.
Well, you've been an amazing catch, because obviously we've worked with you in the past, and literally seeing Somerset and how it's growth, I'm just very grateful that you are in this role.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have a question. I know really it's going to help our members. I think it's something that all of our members can use. Is what skills did you translate from managing a boutique of America's most iconic brand? I mean, the Tiffany Blue Box. We all know it. And for those of us that watch Sweet Home Alabama, we know that floor very well. To managing one of America's most iconic malls like Somerset Collection.
It really is about upholding a legacy. And in my time at Tiffany, just understanding the storytelling, understanding that, it was started as a family business, and it obviously later transitioned and became a publicly traded company, which it is now owned by another very famous family, the Arnault family. But, it's about you're charged with upholding that and making sure that it's very special for everyone that comes into your doors. And working for another, very prominent family in Michigan, it's about upholding their legacy and the legacy that Sid Forbes started and has passed down to his son and now his grandson. And it's about understanding their vision, knowing that you can positively contribute to that vision, and really just creating something really special for generations to come.
You really have.
Absolutely.
That's a great place.
Well, one thing that's so unique too is, Somerset is a destination. Mm-hmm. It's not a mall. It's a destination. There's something to be said about you guys are attracting some of the largest brands that we've never been able to even see in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go about trying to attract these brands to come to Michigan, but to be a part of the collection?
I think that starts with relationships, and our ownership and our leasing team take relationships very seriously. So the stores that you've seen open recently have been cultivated and attracted years prior. These were relationships that may have started before the pandemic, and it wasn't either the right time or the right space wasn't available. But we cultivate those relationships. They keep in touch. They express and show why the Forbes company is different. And when the time is right for that brand, they're coming to us saying, now's the time, and we have to get in there. And so every time you do see a barricade, something really exciting is happening. We can't really ever tell, or tell you who's coming. But these brands are ready, and it's their time. But it's the relationships that were built years and years prior that make it even more special. That those retailers, I think, put extra time and extra detail into building their teams and designing the stores because they know what our standards are, and they want to make sure they hit that expectation. So it's a partnership for certain.
I must say, though, I'm giving a shout out to my husband, which I don't do very often. When Breitling came into the collection, it was like Christmas morning to my husband.
Oh, okay.
It was like, we need to go right now. We need to look at all. And it was so funny and it's so amazing. But there was so much excitement and joy about seeing some of these stores that we don't get to see in the state come in. And it is a kind of a testament to what you guys are doing.
Yes, I agree.
I also think, too, that a lot of these stores are one-offs that only are at Somerset Collection, and they have no urge to go anywhere else, kind of like Nordstrom's, but Capitol Grill and some of the other ones. That's it. That was their place. They're going to stay there, and they could go other places, and they don't. So, again, it shows what the management has done for them to keep them there and to show them that they're appreciated.
Well, and, we were one of the owners that I would say during the pandemic really worked with the retailers and understood the struggles. When the marketing dollars needed to go back to the store so that they could cultivate those client relationships, that's what we use that money for instead of maybe what people would think of as traditional mall marketing. So people notice those differences and they don't want to leave.
No, I would. With that being said, you have a lot of things that make you a differentiator from other malls in the area, other collections in the area. Kind of like Tesla coming in. You guys were on the forefront of it way before people thought about malls really being entertainment destinations. Can you talk a little bit about that and the insight in that and why you went that direction?
It's a great question. Retail is about exceptional experiences. And, one of the things we feel so strongly about is not cluttering the common area with other things to distract from that experience. I think sometimes you can go into other centers and it almost feels overstimulating. And so we want you to feel comfortable. We want the retailers to be the show. And you look into all those store windows and you bring up Tesla. We recently had the Cybertruck, which was huge that, of, I don't know how many they have made so far, but we were able to have one in our showroom recently. But, our brands work really hard to bring exceptional experiences. And I can say from my time at Tiffany, if Tiffany thought of an event that they wanted to do, maybe only 5 stores were able to execute it because money is tight for all of our retailers. But they would choose the Troy location because they knew that retailtainment, if you will, was impactful to our customer. So I do believe our brands know that whatever they bring to the store, they're going to be met with equal support by the management team.
I just learned a new word.
I know, I was thinking
I can feel our excitement in retailtainment. That's absolutely going to stay with us. So guys, I think this is a great moment to take a little break and hear a word from our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. We'll be right back.
I'm Joe Vicari, President and CEO of the Joe Vicari Restaurant Group, which encompasses 24 restaurants throughout the country. With the addition of Trion, our general managers don't have to spend hours doing paperwork and putting people in our system. All that's done by Trion now, so they can work on what they are there to do, take care of our customers. That's why we rely on Trion.
You can always rely on Trion.
Welcome back to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. We are here with Kate, General Manager of Somerset Collection. So Kate, you guys, we already know that you guys give exceptional experiences, great retail, amazing stores to shop in. But one other unique thing about Somerset Collection is you guys truly care about the community at large. You guys do such amazing things in philanthropy. And I guess, why is that so important for Somerset Collection?
Well, our community, I believe, is twofold. First, we love to support the merchants, but absolutely we love to support, the Troy area, but also, greater Detroit charities. And there's probably not enough time on this podcast to talk about
Maybe
all
we have
of
a second one.
We could do a second one just on all of the charities. But, our Detroit shop to date, I think we've been able to donate over $5 million to Metro Detroit and Detroit area charities because of how much people love Detroit. So they're shopping and buying Detroit favorites, Detroit merchandise. And then we're able to give that money back to the community to better, our area, which I think is beautiful. We love hosting the Mitch Albom Say Detroit Radioathon, which they broke 2 million for the first time in their history this past Christmas. And, again, going back to supporting our merchants, our marketing team loves to do a match. So if a store is doing a % to sales to a charity that means something to the brand, we're able to match that donation back because if it's important to our retailers, it's important to us.
Yeah, and there's such amazing things. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Detroit shop anyways, because it really is the only place I can buy my popcorn. Dill pickle popcorn, delicious. But there's so many cool things about what you guys are doing. But I think the impact is always made. You guys are always willing to give back. Even when you're looking at some of the events you're hosting, you always see that philanthropic component to it. And while we're not even necessarily talking philanthropy in this one, we're getting ready for the draft. And I know Somerset, we've been working and teaming up on some stuff. There's going to be some amazing things happening. So for the fact of the matter is while that may not be philanthropy in that moment, you're giving the community an opportunity to celebrate.
Absolutely.
And I think being the perfect location, showcasing Troy, bringing people to the community and knowing that the kids and families and shoppers alike are all going to have a great time celebrating the dreams of some great things happening.
Absolutely. And that's what it's very proud. It's very easy to be proud of an event at Somerset because there's always that underlying philanthropic tone to your point. I mean, we were so happy to host the U of M football team last year before they went into national championship, and the toys people brought. The players were so overwhelmed with how generous the community was, and we were able to make a lot of holidays special, and not we Somerset, but just supporting their efforts and giving them a space to do what they do.
Well, and I also love that you tie families into that. You've done that for years when you do the little Christmas shop for the kids, and they're able to go in with $5 and come out with presents for their family, and those dollars go to a charity. We just loved those kind of things. It's a great tie-in.
Yeah.
Another tie-in for Somerset is customer service. You guys excel at that. How do you create that environment? How do you translate that to all your employees and to keep that level, that such high level? How do you go about that?
I really believe in resets and whether or not it has to be quarterly or annually. And I used to do this at Tiffany too. I think that sometimes when you come to the same store or the same building, and even to your business, for those that are listening, it becomes regular to you, but you have to stop yourself and remember that these are really special places that are making really important moments in people's lives. And whether that was the first time, a young girl ever came into a Tiffany and got to try on a diamond, or, I remember as a young child coming to Somerset and just walking around and looking at the Christmas decorations. And that was such an evening for our family to go all together. And in January, we had a little team collaboration around, stop and remember that this isn't just a building. This isn't just a mall. This is somewhere where people make a lot of memories or important purchases. And whether or not you're responsible for the landscaping of that building or the security of that building, you're a part of a really important experience. And so I try to weave that message into whether it be regular meetings or just annual resets and, opening the doors at valet. And we have a roaming concierge now. So if you look, confused or lost at Somerset because maybe your favorite store has moved, we're kind of, looking at that and approaching you and, hi, can we help you find something? But,
They're over there now.
That's right. And that's a differentiator. And we don't have to do that. I think a lot of malls cut concierge when times got tough, but we still have a group of really incredible individuals that will tell you where to find your favorite shoe. And it's not just, well, these are the shoe stores we have, but here's where you can find Uggs or here's where you can find this. And they train to that. And that's really important and those are some of the toughest questions to answer as a mall employee. Where can I find this? And you have to stop and think. And you train to knowing where the certain brands are even within the boutiques.
Well, and I think you guys exceed expectations because, like you said, it's not just shopping. You're a memory, you're a moment,
Yes.
you're a part of someone in that aspect. And it even comes down to buying a gift card. I know that sounds crazy, but I love going to the concierge and getting a gift card because it's wrapped and it's super cute. And there's something to be said about making sure that the employee is like, we're so grateful that you want to do this with us. Like there's something spectacular about what you guys do. And it just makes me smile because it's customer service, but it's almost an experience.
Yes.
And I always feel that there.
And, obviously studies show that when you have a bad experience, you remember it
Oh, yeah.
more than a good experience. But we believe that you're remembering these really positive experiences that you're having at Somerset.
Yeah.
I think I found my job for when I retire, though.
Oh, okay, good, because you're not leaving. Okay. Okay, just make sure.
So I was like, I can figure out where Uggs are.
Yeah.
As we wrap up today, and we've had so much fun having you here today, Kate, tell our members what they can look forward to this year. Are there any secrets you can share?
Well, we are very excited to be, as you mentioned earlier, the heartbeat of the NFL draft for Oakland County. I think that, if we can come together as a community and celebrate that this is a really special time for Detroit, we're so proud to kind of be behind that, but can't give away all the secrets yet. But so much more to come. And then, going back to those unique retailers, we have several, unique to market retailers that are going to be joining us this year. So as you do visit Somerset and you're seeing those barricades and, there'll be announcements forthcoming, but just get excited because we've really been thoughtful about what we're bringing to the collection.
So what you're saying is we should be paying attention by coming by all the time to see these changes happening in real time.
So I can prepare for my job.
It's market research. It's market research, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. That's all we have here today on Members on the Mic with the Tri-Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about joining the Tri-Chamber or for upcoming events, go to trichamber.com. But thank you, Kate, and have a great rest of your day, guys. Thanks.
Bye-bye.